Welcome to the Master Dealmakers Secrets Podcast. And now, here's sales growth strategist, John Blake.
Welcome to Master Dealmakers Secrets. I'm John Blake. This is episode 135, and today we're going to talk about how you can find out if you are actually in the front-running position to win a sale. So this is in one of those situations where the person has got two other quotes, how to work out whether you are just wasting your time or whether you are actually being considered. I think this is going to be super valuable. I was just looking back through all the episodes. I can't believe I haven't actually talked about this previously. So I think you'll get a heap out of this particular episode. But if in the meantime you have got leads that you want to convert in your pipeline and you want to convert more of those leads into actual paying clients, I've got a particularly powerful resource for you. It's over at johnblakeaudio.com. It is a audio training. It goes for 15 minutes, but it gives you the exact system that you can use to double sales with your existing lead flow. So you don't have to spend any more money on leads. This is how to convert the ones that are sitting in the proposal sent column. The people that you've spoken to but haven't bought yet. So it's over at johnblakeaudio.com. You'll get a 15-minute audio, super succinct, to the point, no fluff. And what you'll also get is a PDF that's actually got the word-for-word scripts, exactly what to say when you call, if you get voicemail, exactly what to write in your emails, and exactly when to email and when to call over a 90-day period. I think you'll get a stack out of this. And the best thing about it is that you can do it yourself, or you could easily train it to somebody else, get somebody else to do it on your behalf, and they will get the same results. I've seen it work time and time again, both for myself and for all the clients that I have shared it with. And I think you'll get a stack out of this particular resource. So head over to johnblakeaudio.com and grab it now and put it into practice. And let me know how you go with it. I'd love to hear your success story and allow you to convert more of those people that you've already spoken to, you've already paid for the lead. You may as well bank the money. Cool. Okay, so episode 135. So here's the scenario. You have been contacted by somebody and they have requested that you send through some sort of a proposal, and you're trying to work out whether this is worth your time or whether you are doing what's sometimes referred to as the bad singles dance. You know, you're lining up only to be compared on price and commoditized. It's interesting. About 95% of request for, they call them RFPs, request for proposals. About 95% of RFPs go absolutely nowhere. And the reason why, and it took me ages to work this out, is that the way that this typically goes down is someone says, oh, okay, well, we need to talk to X type person. We need to get somebody in to do this particular task, or we need to call somebody and buy this particular product, right? And so what happens? It's normally tasked to a executive assistant or, a lower level type employee, middle manager. That list of who could be tasked with that particular job is pretty long. But effectively what happens is that it gets handballed down the line to somebody and it's their job, so they've got to go and find somebody to talk to find that particular product or that particular service. So what do? What's the first thing they do? Well, they're going to do one of two. Well, they probably get the first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, who did we buy from last time, right? That's the first question they're going to ask. And they're going to find out who we bought from last time, and they're going to ring that person and say, hey, I know we dealt with you guys last time. Can you send us a quote for XYZ? But in most cases, the directive, the instruction that they would have been given was to do what? Get 3 quotes. So now what are they going to do? They've got the incumbent. They've got the person who did the work last time or who they paid last time to get that particular work done or buy that particular product or service. And now they've got to get 2 other quotes. So what are they going to do? They're going to go to Google. So they're going to type in, a couple of keywords and, there's 2 people that they're going to pick, and they're going to inquire and they're going to talk to those people and they're going to get 2 quotes. Now, what a middle manager will do, if you understand a middle manager mindset, is that they are not going to stick their neck out and choose a supplier that they've never worked with before. They're going to go the safe route. They're going to protect what's called their career capital. They're not going to go out on a limb and risk their reputation in their organisation going with a company that is brand new that you've never dealt with before. So they are probably, unless the incumbent, the company that's done the work previously, unless they really, really stuff it up, they're probably going to go with that option because it's the safe option and it's also the safest option for the person who is making the recommendation and doing the purchasing. So this creates a dilemma because often if 95% of requests for proposals go nowhere, this is what happens, right? This is what happens behind the scenes. So the question for you, of course, is how do you know if you are actually in the front running or if you are just window dressing for the person that they're going to choose anyway, right? How do you know? How can you tell? Well, there are a couple of different ways that you can go about doing this. Now, just because they did have somebody that they bought before, they might not have been happy with them. That person might have stuffed it up, and they might be seriously looking for a different alternative, something different, a change, right? So that's where you can make a difference and often be considered. But typically, if you can visualize three columns, right? On the far left column, you've got column A. In the middle column, you've got column B, and on the right column, you've got column C. Now, column A is going to be the front runner, and the column A is either going to be the person that they used last time, or it's going to be an internal referral, right? Because they're either going to say, who did we use last time, or they're going to say, who knows somebody who does this or sells this. So there's going to be an internal referral. So typically, the person in column A is going to be the front runner, which is on the far left-hand side. The person in the middle column, column B, and the person on the far right column are often just window dressing. And they'll often use column B and column C and get those prices to try and get a better price with the person who's the front runner. So how can you work out what column you're in? Okay, well, the simple way of doing that is when you're talking to the decision maker or the person that you're dealing with, is to say, so other than yourself, who else is involved in the decision-making process? And they will say, oh, well, I've got to, go and put all three quotes in front of, my supervisor or my boss or my managing director. And the really simple way to work out if you are just window dressing for the one that they've pretty much already selected to go with, and you're just making up the numbers because they had to get three quotes, is to simply say, oh, would it be okay if I could have a quick chat to him to get his take on this particular purchase to make sure that I'm covering off on all the bases and giving you guys exactly what you want. Now, if they say no to that would be a pretty good indicator that you are pretty much just window dressing. You're in column B or column C, in which case you might make the choice to opt out. If you the other thing you could do is you could say, look, are you happy with our particular solution? Yes. Are you saying to me that that you are very happy with what we've put in front of you and that you're happy to proceed? And they'll say, and if they say yes, just say, okay, well, would you be able to write a letter of endorsement that we could submit with our particular proposal? Or can we present our proposal to the decision maker? So those three questions, if you get a no to those three questions, it means you probably is a pretty good chance, better than average chance, that you are wasting your time and you might want to either opt out at that particular point in time or move on. So I hope that helps, and once again, thank you for listening every week. I very much appreciate it, and I will talk to you on the next podcast. Cheers.
You've been listening to Master Dealmaker's Secrets with John Blake. Subscribe to get more in-depth strategies to maximize your sales process with new episodes every week. and double your inquiry to sale conversion with the lead flow you already have. Go to johnblakeaudio.com for his exclusive free no fluff audio training and companion PDF guide.